Gamescom now. If you're just tuning in, we are giving out all sorts of awards. I'm here with Seb and Brian. Our next category is the best ongoing game. There was a point in time where, like, you would get a game and that was it. The thing that came in the box was what you were stuck with.
The final piece, right?
And that has definitely changed.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's a hard time for people to actually, to make sure that their games expand. And I mean, we have so many examples on like out there that sometimes they fail to do that. If you buy a game, you expect that there will be content after launch, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, and I think it's like some people buy into that with that expectation, and when it doesn't deliver, you're sort of left with like this empty promise. But there's a lot of games out there that have managed to just be something that exists forever, to the point where you even forget the year they came out. You know, you look at something like Fortnite that has just continued to dominate, and it's because they are constantly keeping that audience enthralled, entertained, and finding them, things for them to do.
And, I mean, part of that is, the technology and what they're doing with the game, like physically, like, new content drops, new DLC, expansions, or whatever. But also some of that is just community management and just making sure that the audience is staying engaged and keeping in touch with them and really, keeping an ear to the ground and making sure, they know what's going on. But yeah, like, let's check in with the stage and see what these nominees are.
We were really cut down, right? Because this segment...
This is incredible. I'm like so impressed.
Like one was for Portaloos, and people were making their suggestions.
Okay.
And I loved, someone came up with a flush.
A flush of
Portaloos.
Yeah, that's not bad, actually.
It's fun.
That's good.
It's a fun challenge to play, you know?
When was the last time you used a Portaloo? You had to think back.
It was in Cologne, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had a real
a carnival or something?
Well, okay, so there was this kind of mysterious brown substance all over the Portaloo floor.
Mysterious?
Well, I
couldn't work out what it was.
I was operating under the assumption that, there were leaves present in the area.
Sure.
And I'm
so
thinking,
a few leaves.
I'm thinking rainfall, and I'm thinking squishy leaves.
There's a brown, like, oozy sort of liquid.
Yeah,
and you thought leaves.
Leaves, I would assume, and there I am kind of playing Tetris with my feet, trying to find two safe spaces to stand to continue my business. Henry, how did we get here so quick? This has been a 5-second timeout. Why am I talking about my toilets?
Well, Mousesports have this. We know that his issues
this is a long one, yeah.
are not going to be quick to fix. This is going to be following them around the whole tournament. They need to get on this. Do you want to continue with some more jokes and stories, or do you want to go to a break? What would you like to do? It's going to be a long game,
It's a long game. I'm going to keep the jokes saved,
okay.
And we'll take a quick
Save the gold as we'll take a break. We'll sort this technical issue out. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with this epic best of 3 very shortly.
This is a dream come true, literally, not just for me, but for everyone in our team. We worked our asses off to get here, and I'm just super happy that we...
Grab? Is that how it works? Ooh, he had the range. Delay. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh no! I have a theory. I do have a theory, actually, about that.
Crew, but he pushed for 16 hours, beat the story modes of MK9, 10, and 11, had an amazing showing, played rounds with people, gave other players just incredible advice on how to be better players and how to, build up their combos and everything. When will he be back? Could be 5 hours. It could be.
But the developers of the title were actually not Gearbox. That's another reason why I think they should have sold it as a standalone DLC, because it wasn't made in-house. Like, I feel like if you're gonna put Borderlands branding on something, and you want to make it a full game, that should be coming from Big Daddy Gearbox. But if it's gonna be like a project that is outsourced, just make it a DLC. Make it an extension of something. And then people would have, like, literally all they had to do was say, hey, you know, this is a standalone DLC from Borderlands 2 and it's $40 and you can you know, get rewards in Borderlands 2 for playing this. And then they could have did something really cool, because there's an unreleased DLC for the pre-sequel. Like 2K Australia actually got dissolved and the final DLC for the pre-sequel got canceled. But I feel like what would have been really awesome for a DLC is like a crossover mode, like a crossover arcade mode where you could play like Borderlands 2 stories with pre-sequel characters.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That would have been freaking awesome. Tired from grinding Destiny 2 all night? Or are you getting done?
Oh, that's something we haven't done for a while.
I know, bro. Between No Man's Sky, Remnant, Yu-Gi-Oh, freaking Borderlands.
Yeah, there's just so many.
Play from Tyloo right now, and I'm hoping that maybe once we have the AWP back in hand, we see a little bit more aggression from them again.
Yeah, it was the early round stuff as well, the Complexity were doing, right? These very deep Molotovs, forcing Tyloo out of map control, taking B short very quickly, and just generally being a nuisance, making Tyloo waste time. And you know, for a team that is already, or can already be very slow and leave it down to those last 10-15 seconds before they go through a site execute, you know, shaving 20 seconds off the start of the round is really going to hurt Tyloo's game plan. So, Complexity, still no AWP. Unfortunately, the money just not there for it right now, Harry, and 5 rifles back in. That being said, still got a good half under their sleeve. Tyloo setting up aggressively outside of B.